Hello, 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 and welcome. My name is Nerdstrom, and I will be playing against myself. Today, we've got a special match going on today. We got number 4 seeded Ruby Amethyst in the Nerdstrom household taking on number 6 seed, the upstart, up and comer Sapphire Steel Kiwi Birds variant. Um, these are a couple decks that I have been playing around with in the last week or so, and I've gotten really excited about. I just recently played a little bit of constructed today. Had some pretty solid results at the end of it, and I figured, hey, I've been having a lot of fun with these decks. Let's actually see which one is actually better. So, Nerdstrom house rules do apply to this match. In the event that Sapphire Steel, number 6 seed, beats the number 4 seed, it will then take over the seeding, become the number 4 seed, and everyone below that will drop down in rank. So this has got some stakes involved. Just a little bit of stakes. We'll see who's likely will go up. But this is Sapphire Steel living in a post Hiram, post Photosphere world, and although it didn't have Hiram originally when we created this deck, it did have Photosphere. It does still have Bells in this deck, but we still have yet to see if it's still effective even without Photosphere. So let's go ahead and figure this out together. I think these are pretty solid decks, and let's go ahead and get to it. So Sapphire Steel is going to get a roll of 4. Let's go and see what Ruby Amethyst gets. It gets a roll of 5. So that does mean that Ruby Amethyst is going to have it go first. And we will go ahead and draw these ones first. I've been playing for the last, last 4 or 5 hours today, and it's been a lot of fun being able to get back into the groove of playing Lorcana again. I think it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. Being able to create and edit decks and things like that, and yeah, I've been very much enjoying this. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and try sending back 4. And I'm gonna try this one out now. A lot of people are wondering, is Sapphire Steel actually a viable option? Personally, I never really played the ramp version of Sapphire Steel, nor did I play the item build of Sapphire Steel, which were the decks that were most affected by the ban list. And but what I do know is that playing against them is just really tough to deal with. So. So I think in my opinion, like being able to play against, not having to play against them is nice, and not having to worry about those decks in terms of like how viable they are is great. But I play Kiwi Birds. Kiwi Birds runs a little bit more aggro. I do have the mine inside of this one as well, so I have that in place. I run Manners. I do not run the Wendy Darling in this deck as of right now. And I do feel like I probably should, just considering I'm just trying to do an as much of a ward build as I possibly can. One thing I always have to keep an eye out is in the event I ever play against Ruby Steel decks, because Li Shang is a menace. Also, if Cinderella Stout-Hearted is played in, like, say, a Steel Song deck, for example, that's also something that I have to worry about. But it doesn't happen often, and so it's a very limited kind of capacity in there. So yeah, so that's Sapphire Steel. That one's already ready to go. Let's go ahead and see what Ruby Amethyst has in store. So people kind of look at Ruby Amethyst as kind of like the granddad deck. This is whenever they say good old, they're talking about this deck. My playstyle with this deck tends to be very curve oriented. If I don't have the curve, I don't really bother, but that's just because there is so many different ways that you can play this deck that like it makes it really difficult to go. It's really difficult to kind of like put yourself in a solid direction for the most part in this deck. I'm also going to send back 4 in this one. We're going to see from here what we can get. That being said, though, I know that Ruby Amethyst just has such a solid foundation. It's been intact for a very long time, and I never really feel that like Ruby Amethyst. It can be down. It was down before the ban, but it's never really out. And sometimes I can count on this deck to get me a couple of wins here and there because it's very dependable. It's pretty solid. Do I consider myself a Ruby Amethyst player? Absolutely not. I can bet there's plenty of different players out there that use this deck better than I can, like the exact same build and everything. And they can find whole spots in the deck better for more opportunities better than I can. But that being said, though, it's a deck that I never really feel too far out all the time. Sometimes I feel like the deck may or may not lose, but I do also think that sometimes like I always feel down. I feel down, but I never feel out carrying Ruby Amethyst. That's this thing I'm trying to say. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. I just want to make sure that the decks are visible, and we can move this one in there a little bit further up. Just make sure that's okay. All right. Well, to you, my opponent, i.e. myself, I say good luck, have fun. Let's go ahead and play some Arcana. And let's get nerdy. So, what I'll do is I will start by inking a Brawl. And I'm going to go ahead and play Magic Room. Go faster. Okay, I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to let's go ahead and ink Happy. I'm going to go ahead and play Robin Hood. Pass turn. Alright, draw for turn. I am going to ink a Cusco and play a Cusco, and I'll push for 1, and I'll pass turn. That's sacrilege. How dare you play Magic Broom? Quest with Magic Broom after you've played another character. I know. See, again, I'm not a Ruby Amethyst player by trade, so difficult. Alright, I'm going to draw a turn. I am going to ink I'm Still Here, and I'm going to spend 2 for Mr. Smee. I'll pass turn. Alright, so let's try this. I'm going to draw for turn. I am going to ink Friends. I'm going to quest for 2. I'm going to spend 1 for Diablo. I'm going to banish Magic Broom, draw a card. I'm going to spend 1 for another Magic Broom. I'm going to spend 1 for Chernobog's Followers. And I am going to pass turn. Okay, I'm going to draw a turn. On this side, I'm going to go ahead and ink Lawrence. And I'm going to go ahead and shift Robin Hood. I'll go ahead and challenge Cusco. Take that. Take 1 damage. Cusco does draw a card for Ruby Amethyst. And quest for 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, and still get 2 more because of the thing. And I will end my turn, and Mr. Smee will take 1 damage on our fast turn. Oh, now I get the brawl. Great. Up turn. I'm going to take a brawl. I will go ahead and spend 3 for the library. I'll spend 1 to send Chernobog's followers into the library. I will go ahead and quest for 1, banish it, draw a card for Chernobog's, draw a card for the library. And I will also quest for 2 more, and I will pass turn. Draw turn. Okay, I am going to. I want to. Can't though. I'm gonna 8 McDuck Manor. I'm gonna spend 2 for Mr. Smee. And I am going to spend 2 for Calhoun. I will. Quest for 2 with Smee. 2. I will challenge Magic Broom. Go to 2 damage, gain 2 lore, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a turn. Okay, I am going to. No, sorry, what is that? I'm gonna 8 goat. I'm gonna spend 4 for Genie. Draw a card. I'll go ahead and spend 1 for Diablo to get sent to the library. I will. I'll swing into Smee, and that goes away. Draw for Diablo. Draw for library. And I will go past turn. Drop turn. And I am going to spend. I'm going to have Robin Hood sing Let the Storm Rage On Genie. So Genie's going to take 2 damage. We'll draw a card. I'm going to ink Happy, and I am going to spend 3 for Alice and 2 for Doc. Discard my hand, draw 2 cards. And then what I'll do is I will have Smee, all Smees. Actually, no, this one should get 2. Yeah, I'll have all 3 take out the library. I'll pass turn. Smee is going to go away. And I'll go pass turn. I'm going to draw a turn. I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and ink Queen of Hearts. So 3 for Sisu. 3 for Sisu. I am going to quest. Oh wait, no, Smee has that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually challenge Smee. Take this out. Just 2. And I'll go ahead and pass turn. Drop turn. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 to develop your brain. I'm going to eat Bell. Spend 2 for Mr. Smee. And 3 for Bell. I'm going to go ahead and quest for 5. Oh, shoot. Sorry. In the process, 2, give it to Ward, +1, so it's actually 14, so it's 6. And I'll get faster. I'm going to drop turn. And I will... I'm gonna eat Queen of Hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 6 to play Lady Tremaine. If you choose a card to banish, I'll go ahead and banish that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still 7. I don't think it's doable. Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah. Okay, so Sapphire Steel does take the first game. Realistically, I just don't have any other attacks. The only other ones I had in hand were just Ronald Sisu and Genie, and none of them helped out. I thought that the choice of attacking the location was going to screw me over, but it doesn't look like it affected us that much, which is good. But yeah. But yeah, that seemed kind of like an early victory, and I'm like, that's good, because I mean, considering how aggro Sapphire Steel does kind of try to be, it's good to see that thing. I think it worked out that Robin Hood was in play. I had that ability to run Robin Hood, and thankfully this deck didn't have Brawl early on. I knew it brawled to get the thing, and I did have a strategy because I was trying to get like as many characters out on the board and flood the board with draw power as early as possible. It's a good strategy. I just don't know if that's good against an aggro deck like this one. But we'll see if the ability is still there. Now, I have decided that in the event that Sapphire Steel does actually go and beat Ruby Amethyst 2-0, as in it does win this next game, I have decided that I am going to have the I'll go ahead and replace the Ruby Amethyst with a deck that I have been wanting to introduce to you guys for a really long time. Now, that is in the event that the deck that Sapphire Steel does beat Ruby Amethyst 2-0. If it doesn't, then we're not gonna worry about it. I'll set it up for a future date. What's that deck? Well, I guess we'll find out first by seeing whether or not this deck is going to win. Does that make the lighting any better? At all? No. What does it look like up there? From my point of view, it seems like it's fine. Let me know in the comments if it's difficult to kind of see the lore counter. I tried to give the lighter one, see if maybe it'll make some kind of difference. My tablet is full of storage, so the storage is full on this thing, so I can't put anything new other than the Ravensburger counter. So that's the reason why the counter is what it is. I know there are better counters out there, but I just don't have access to them, unfortunately. Anyway, let's go ahead and draw some cards. So Ruby Amethyst, since it lost, it's gonna go again. I know it went first the first time, but best 3 rules. Let's go ahead and see what we got over here. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna send back. Whoa! I'm gonna send back 2. Hello, second streamer. Thank you for joining us. In case you missed it, this is game 2 out of it's best of 2 out of 3 matchup between Sapphire Steel Kiwi Birds variant going on against Ruby Amethyst, and Sapphire Steel did win the first game and won it in relatively convincing fashion by just simply swarming the board before the other deck could swarm the board and get its draw power going. Okay. Alright, Sapphire Steel is up. Let's go ahead and see what Ruby Amethyst does. So I'm going to go ahead and go first in this round as well. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, my name is Nerdstrom321. Thank you guys so much. Basically what I do is I play Lorcana every Sunday live, and I try to do the rebroadcast, the rescreening every Monday. Obviously life can get in the way. I am not a streamer full time. I have a life outside of Lorcana. But I try my best to provide content on Sunday, and then replays on Monday. And sometimes I will also do bonus episodes every Thursday. So stay tuned if you want to see anything that I do here every single day. Just know that my channel is at Nerdstrom321, and I would love to have you like and subscribe and share this. Share this with other people that are part of the Lorcana community. I'd love to have more of those guys kind of checking out my channel. I'm just a little lowly guy from the west coast of the United States, and so it's good to kind of see all these. I don't want to be able to be good influence here in the U.S. For the U.S. fans as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I sent back 3, got 3 new, and Ruby Amethyst is going to go ahead and start this next round. So let's go ahead and see what comes of this. Okay. Let's see. Okay, start. I am going to Ink Bell and spend 1 for Turnbox followers, and I'll pass turn. Draw for turn. Let's try this. I'm gonna ink Lawrence. I'm gonna spend one for Mickey. And I will pass turn. Alright, I'll draw for turn. I am going to ink go ahead and ink Queen of Hearts and play Cusco. I really haven't unlocked the secrets of this deck just yet. Push for one. Do I want to banish? I mean, yeah, I could just do this, but let's see. No, I'll go ahead and banish this. I'm gonna draw a card. Alright, I'm gonna pass turn. Alright, I'll go ahead and draw a turn. And I am going to ink McDuck Manor. That is my dryer going off. It does this. It's annoying. Hang on. So, don't worry. Nothing's wrong with your YouTube stream. Whatever that buzzing is, it's just because my dryer goes off like this and it sucks. Anyway, 1 and 1. I'm going to go ahead and play Robin Hood and I'm going to play Mickey. And I will go ahead and quest for 1 and I'll pass turn. I will draw for turn. And I am going to... Let's see. I am going to go ahead and... I'm going to ink Sisu. And I'm going to spend 3 to draw one of the Mickeys. Right? Do I want to do it? No. I want to brawl Robin Hood. You never know. And then I will go ahead and quest for 1 and I'll pass turn. Alright. I will draw a rough turn. You've got to be kidding me. I'm going to go ahead and ink Aurora. And I will spend 3 for Alice. And I will quest for 2. I'll pass turn. Okay. I will draw turn. I am going to ink a Diablo. And I'm going to go spend 3 for the library. And then spend 1 to send Cusco into the library. I'm going to quest for 1 again, and I will pass turn. Let's go and see what's up. Alright. Okay, let's go and draw for turn. Oh boy. You're giving me a tough choice. Deck, you are giving me a tough choice. I will go ahead and ink Mr. Smee. And I'm going to go ahead and hardcast Storm Rage on Cusco. Do that. Let you draw a card. Also draw a card for library. And then I am going to draw a card for myself. So just because it's Storm Rage on. And I will go ahead and quest for 2. Add ward and +1 questing to this Mickey 2, and 1 to 8. And I'll pass turn. Okay, I'm going to draw a turn. Oh, 1 for the library. And then, let's see. I will ink a library. I will spend 4 for Merlin, gain 1. And then 1 for Diablo. And I will pass turn. Draw turn. Okay, let's see. I am going to... I'm going to go ahead and ink Lawrence, and I'm going to spend 5 for Robin Hood. And I will go ahead and quest for 2, add to Mickey 2, quest for 1. I'll pass turn. Okay, so let's go and draw a turn. Let's see. I will have Merlin saying friends on the other side. Draw 2. And I am going to have Maui. I'm gonna go ahead and rush in with Maui. We'll take out Alice. Go ahead and ink Turnlock's followers and spend 1 to send Diablo to the thing. A quest for 1. Oh shoot, I didn't do it from the library, did I? It's just be 7. Alright, I'll pass turn. Okay, and I will draw a turn. Okay, that gives me an interesting predicament, but I still can't do it either way. I'm going to go ahead and ink Bell. I will go ahead and spend 3 for Alice, and then I will spend 2 for Doc. Discard your hand, draw 2 cards. I will go ahead and spend 1 for... I'll spend 1 for Happy. Okay, so then I am going to challenge Merlin. You gain your lore. I gain my lore. I will go ahead and smack Diablo. Banish. 1, 2. And then I will quest for 1. And I'll pass turn. Let's see what happens here. 1 for library. Well, I am quite glad she went ahead and did this. I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn. I'm going to ink... No. I want to ink Maui. I don't need Maui. Because I'm about to hit that. Alright, so these guys are all going away. And I will pass turn. Her. Spend 3 for Alice, 1 for Mickey. Pass turn. I do have lethal on board passively. I'm going to play the library. And I will go ahead and drop her. I am going to ink Maui, and we're going to just go ahead and do this again. Boom. Go ahead, pass turn. draw a turn. I will spend 5 for Robin Hood. Pass turn. Alright, 1 for the library. I will draw a turn. I will make a brawl. I'll spend 4 for Merlin. Gain your lore. 4 for Merlin, gain lore. Spend 1 to send this goat to the library, and I'll pass turn. Alright, I'll go and draw for turn. 1 for Happy, quest for 2, pass turn. Draw a turn. Okay, 1. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 for Genie. Draw a card. I will go ahead and spend 5 to Dragonfire Happy. And then I am going to have both Merlins swing into Robin Hood. They both go away. I gain 2 lore. This goes away. I draw a card because of the library. And I will go ahead and ink Sisu and spend 1 for Chernobog's followers. And I will pass turn. Turn. Spin 1 for Popsicle, draw a card. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and start it up. That is it. So that is a 1-in-1 Ruby Amethyst tie-up. And we get to see what comes of it into game number 3. So let's go ahead and see what we come up with. I have to admit, I was kind of seeing Stick run away, but I did kind of have an oversight, even on my end, even though I'm operating both decks, in remembering that I had 6 ink, I was ready to be prepared. I had to be prepared, ready to go. All I needed to do was just ink, and I was ready to go. So when I swarmed this, it was kind of me just not remember anything like that. Oh yeah, there is actually a thing that was actually be prepared, ready to go, that I could have used, that was ready to use, and I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have burned out all the characters on there too. There was an instance where I was almost able to, but I was able to kind of finagle my way out of that predicament, and as a result, Ruby Amethyst won, tied it up, and we were able to go ahead and go to game 3. So, looks like that deck that I was trying to preview is just gonna have to wait. Okay, so Ruby Sapphire Steel is going to start this next match, and it's a predicament that Sapphire Steel, as an aggro deck, does really want to be a part of. You want to be able to start off first so you can start establishing the board as soon as you possibly can. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by seeing what Ruby Amethyst has going into game number 3. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Actually, no, I don't want to go that deep. Let's go ahead and select 2. Alright, pass. Let's go ahead and take a look at this side. If you guys notice, I have been sitting on an AEW Wrestle Dream chair, and I know this is not AEW related, but this is WrestleMania week. It's only 7 more days until, well, technically 6 more days until WrestleMania. And if there's anybody out here who's watching that's a big fan of WrestleMania, which match are you guys looking most forward to seeing? Let me know in the comments. That would be a fun, engaging thing to kind of ask about. I will. Really not a water one. Huh. I'm not liking this one all that much. Let's go ahead and send back 4. Okay. Oh yeah, this one goes in there. Alright, the decks are set. Let me just go ahead and take care of something real quick. I will be right back. Alright, so let's go ahead and get things started. Sapphire Steel is going to start going first. And I am going to start my inking strength and playing Mickey. Now pass turn. Okay, I'm going to drop turn. I'm going to ink the Queen of Hearts and play Magic Broom. And I'll pass turn. Drop turn. I'm going to ink the mine and play Calhoun. And I'll quest for 1 and I'll pass turn. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, number 2 viewer. Drop a turn. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and ink Cusco, and I will play Cusco, and I will... Okay, let's pretend I did this correctly, okay? I'm going to quest for 1, Then I pay 2 Cusco. I'm gonna banish this, draw a card. And I will go next turn. Okay, I'll draw a turn. And I will go ahead and ink Happy. And I will spend 1 for Mickey, and then 2 for the mine. And I will quest for 1. And I'll pass turn. Okay, I will draw a turn. I'm going to ink Cusco, and I'm going to spend 3 for Sisu. I'll quest for 1, and I'll pass turn. I'm going to draw a turn. I will go ahead and ink Mickey. I'll spend 3 for Alice. I will go ahead and challenge Calhoun. Challenge Cusco with Calhoun. Take nothing from it because it's got resist 1. I will gain 2 lore from the challenge. You gain a card, and I will quest for 2. And mine also didn't miss me 1 from the beginning. And I'll pass turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a turn. I'll go ahead and ink Merlin, and I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 for the goat, and I'll pass turn. Okay, 1 for the mine. I will draw a turn. I'll go ahead and spend 3 for Lawrence. I will. Let's see. I'll go ahead and quest for 2. I'll give ward to Calhoun and +1. I'll go ahead and quest 2, and I will pass turn. Alright, I'm going to draw a turn. I'm going to ink Merlin, and then I am going to spend 5 to rush Maui out, and I'll have Maui take out Alice. Take 1 damage. I'll go ahead and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, wait, no. Shoot. Shoot. I'll go ahead and have Merlin challenge Mickey. This one. It's really nice enough to keep your shiny thing on there. And then I am gonna pass turn. Okay, 1 for the mine. I'm going to draw a turn. go ahead and spend 3 for Lawrence. I will have Lawrence. Actually, I'll go ahead and quest for 3. And then I will go ahead and challenge. Go ahead and challenge Merlin. We're gonna both take each other out. You get your lore, I get my 2, and I will pass turn. Okay. Oh shoot. No, this is one. I'll draw a turn. I'm gonna eat goat. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Lawrence, and I will. Carson? 1. I'll go ahead and spend 6 for Sisu, which takes out Mickey. And then is that all I can do? Yeah, that's all I can do. Alright, so there you go. Just like that. Sapphire Steel aggro takes on Ruby Amethyst, which is number 4. And just like that, now we actually have a seed change. So number 4, Ruby Amethyst, is now number 4, No Mo. And as a result of this, the rankings have been officially shaken up. Now, I think this is the first time that you've been able to see this on screen since I started doing viewing. But the way this works is there are 6 seeds in the Nerdstrom household, and those seeds are important because at the end of every Lorcana set, there is a Lorcana a set championship for the Nerdstrom household, is which I play against myself, and I have these 6 decks, and the higher the seed, the better the ranking, the more of a chance that you have at just having a first round bye during the tournament. So, number 6 is beating number 4, which means that when it comes to the seeding in the Nerdstrom household, there are the 4 other decks. So this Sisu deck represents Ruby Sapphire, of which this box is currently empty. It's a symbolic gesture when it comes to things, because we already know that the Sec 6 champion is currently Ruby Sapphire in the Jafar box. So, number 2 is currently Steel Song. Number 3 is currently Amethyst Steel. And as of right now, number 4 going into the thing was Ruby Amethyst. Number 5 was Emerald Steel Discard. And number 6 was Sapphire Steel, Kiwi Birds variant. But because Kiwi Birds just beat Ruby Amethyst, it means that it's only fair that this takes over the spot of Ruby Amethyst and takes its spot as the new number 4 seed. Now, those that lose their matches, you could treat it like college football and try to make it more like a like really kind of determine just how big of a spoiler the match was. And you could do that, but you know, just for the sake of ease, what I basically did is you lose your spot in the lineup, but you don't necessarily kind of go all the way down to the end. You don't necessarily trade spots on there, unless of course like we make a stipulation that's like that. But generally, any seed victory just results in you taking in the lower seed taking over the higher seed, and then everybody else below that just goes one step down. So now we have Sapphire Steel as the number 4 seed. We have number 5 seed as Ruby Amethyst, and number 6 is Emerald Steel Discard. So this is the first seed change of set 7 here at the Nerdstrom household. And I'm so glad you guys got to be able to witness it for the first time together. So I look forward to seeing more matches. I, of course, look forward to seeing you guys here on Sunday live and on Monday on the replay. Just remember that here at the Nerdstrom household, we look forward to seeing you like, share, subscribe to all the content here on the channel, and help this channel grow. I would love to be a great new influence here in the Lorcana community. Until next time, my name is Nerdstrom, and as always, let's get nerdy.